So, Pete Carroll, here you are in Munich, Germany, 5,200 miles away from home. What did you think about this trip when it was first announced?
Well, I'm up for it. We went to England and played in London, had a great experience. It worked out well in all ways, and we had a nice game, and guys had a good time, and our club did it in such great fashion that we knew we could do it again. So to come here and to know that it's the first game, it's a little historic opportunity. That just makes it more fun. We travel so much anyway. It's just a little bit farther, So it's no big deal for us, and we're looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
You got on a plane. It was 9 hours and 40 minutes or whatever, and yet you all along through this whole thing have been sort of a disciple for bringing American football overseas. You're very enthusiastic about it. Why?
Well, I think it fits. The world is watching, and they've known about our sport for such a long time, and it's been heralded in our own country. But it's been one that has been shared, and the league has worked hard at that for a long time. And I think it's a good thing. It's just a good positive thing for us to do. I've always imagined someday that American football would be everywhere, and there would be people coaching their football team for their country, and I just think that's a cool thought. That you'd play Germany, and then you'd play Africa, and you'd play England, you'd play places wherever they would land a team, so I just think it's a cool thought, and as long as they like it, they know what the real football is. They know that, and ours is an offshoot, but it's a big deal, and they love it, so it's good for everybody.
Isn't it kind of interesting that you were picked to play in this first game over here? Obviously, you're playing against Brady, who it's like John Lennon going to New York for the first time. But what is that whole aspect of this like for you? The fact that you're going up against the Bucks, you're going up against Brady. It's going to be kind of mania at the stadium on Sunday.
The more, the better. The more hype, the more build-up, the more excitement, the better. I mean, there's nothing about this that makes us think anything but that it's great to be part of it. Tom's the greatest player ever, and so let's go. We've played him a number of times, and we've done okay in the past, and so that part of it is just added fun. And I'm sure that the international fans, would love to see Tom Brady play, before he's done playing football, and so it just makes it a better challenge and a better game to win.
What is it about American football that you think fits the world? Why is it just not America's game anymore?
Well, the game has been really, ever since they took it over and put it on TV the right way years and years ago and went for it way back to the early days of the NFL, it's always been a great spectacle, and it's always been something that's in our country, but it's been just spread around so famously that the storylines, the color, the picture, of it, the music, the ferocity, the speed, all of those extraordinary elements that make this game so unique. I think it just captures people, and it's a great competitive team game. So it's not like some of the other highfalutin sports that where you see all of the hype and the build-up and all that. But it's for one person that's playing. This is a team sport, and so we think it's the greatest team sport because of all the dynamics of this game. It calls for so much, so much intricacy and discipline and all of the things that make the game go. So I just think it's just got the right makeup to capture people. And then we've had great players too. Which the great players are the ones that really, I think, send the message.
Pete, two things about your team. What is it about the Seahawks this year that over the last 2 months, obviously you've become probably one of the surprise teams in the NFL this year. What is it about this team that you knew that we all didn't know?
Well, I think what people are seeing now, they're seeing something familiar. They're seeing something that they remember, that we've played this kind of football in the past. And as the challenge came up with the changes that took place, you could see that there was just an energy that was that felt comfortable and felt familiar and felt like one that we thought we could capitalize on. And because of the big changes and the big, players, the marquee players that leave, it's people automatically think that you're done. You're out. You don't have a chance. That's not the case at all. It never has been that way with this game. And so, in my opinion, and so the players have responded beautifully. They've really taken to the energy of the new leadership, the new opportunity, and that was so obvious from the start that we thought we'd have a real good chance to be a good club again. And people always wanted me to try to get me to say that we're rebuilding. And it never felt like that, so I wasn't going to go there. But I understand the questions. I get why they ask, but that's not where we are.
Geno Smith is almost doing something historically different this year in that he sat for so long since he had been a regular quarterback in the NFL. What did you know about him last year and coming into this season that made you believe that he was going to be okay?
Peter, he's been so consistent for the 4 years that he was with us, that he was always showed that he was ready. He always showed that he respected the role that he was in, which is really important if a guy's going to do it right. That's not what he wants. He wants to play. All of our guys want to play. They don't want to be backups. They don't want to be just doing special teams. They want to be playing in the marquee setups. Well, he wanted to also, but he curbed that energy and kind of housed it in a way that it was really respectable, and because he was always ready and he practiced hard and played hard, and he always looked good. He's a tremendous athlete. You can see it. He didn't just get better. He has just grown into owning the position, and physically he's always been a stud. So he just did everything. We did have to see him. I made the declaration after the week 2 that, okay, I'm ready. Let's go, Geno. I was still wanting to see how it was going to unfold too, and it was so clear and obvious that now it's just having fun playing football and watching him do his thing.
He really does have fun. That's one of the cool things when you watch him. It's like he's been waiting for this moment ever since he got drafted by the Jets. Yeah. Just give me a chance. Give me the ball.
Yeah, well, that's right, and he has been ready, and he showed enough last year when he had the debut games that he had a chance to play. In his last game, he was phenomenal against Jacksonville, and he has just picked up where he left off. So this is a real interesting case because it is a guy who wasn't received well by the league in his first go-around, but 4 or 5 years later, now you see a refined, a talented, experienced, poised, football player. There's other guys. There's been good stories. I love the stories. And I love the Steve Young story. Where Steve sat for a long time behind Joe and took him quite a while to get there. Once he did, he hit it.
The NFL is so impatient with quarterbacks. Yeah. I think this is a really good lesson about that.
Well, they're impatient with number 1 draft picks for sure.
Yeah.
And for people with really high expectations, if they don't meet up to it, they say, okay, he's another one of those guys that didn't make it. That's not the case. There are individual cases, and you got to take the guys one at a time and see how they fit together. And being patient in this position, which is the hardest position maybe in professional sports to play, it takes a good while, and once they get it, then you can see he is so comfortable and so poised, and the game has flowed for him, and all of the things that that you're used to seeing in the players that are really good.
Pete Carroll, good luck on Sunday.
All right, Pete. Hey, thanks for the setting.
In Munich with Pete Carroll, this is Peter King.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.